is simple. The match will be fixed. Alfie will not, and he must not, win this fight.
Oh wow, you've done it again, Alfie.
He's a nice guy. His dad was a fighter. He doesn't really want to do this fighting, but he knows he's born to do it.
It's not your typical gang, drug film.
This is what I do. This is what I was born to do.
Easy, my son. I am only making sure you are ready.
Alfie is a very, very cocky character. His confidence is just way too much to take in for quite a lot of people, and he's hated on by the crowd.
Untamed is something different because it's not what you see when you think of urban films.
You think you can challenge me? This ends tonight.
Let's go!
We were on set and there was a particular scene where Kingsley's character needed to be extremely angry, like really, really angry, and Kingsley's approach was, I think they call it method acting, but he was just in his own world and he was isolated from everyone else.
Alfie is looking for something that he's lost, and he sees it in Scarlett, and she's looking for something in Alfie that she's also lost and she doesn't get anywhere else.
The main character has got that sort of, he's supposed to be the hero, but it's like a twist to him that, it's a bit off-putting. It's more real to life. Like, while you're going through your tests and trials as a fighter, you're not always going to be a good guy through your battles. You're going to face obstacles, and sometimes you're going to be a bad guy. It's just life.
No one was safe. Like, you were thinking, who are they actually friends, or are they going to double cross each other? So I think it's quite interesting when I was watching the film.
Relax, take what you want and go. We're as relaxed as we can be. Besides, we're not here for you anyways. We're here for Alfie. He's unavailable right now. Ain't that right, boys?
Yeah. He's a very interesting guy, and I think in the film he appears, probably when the viewers first meet him, they'll think he's just like, what's this guy up to? What is he all about? You probably most think he's a bad guy, but I feel like there's so much more to him, and I feel like it's interesting, the relationship between him and Yelovich.
He runs the fight club, basically. And you do what you're told.
My character is basically the ultimate rival against Alfie. I am Jelovich's, right hand go-to man who does all the dog's work, all the gritty work, the things that he just sends the guy to go, kill someone, take out, just the dirty work.
It all comes down to pride, it all comes down to honouring his father, which is why it came down to, should he listen to his girlfriend, or should he follow what he aimed to do in the first place, which is honouring his father.
Harrolas, is very good friend with, we don't know that. Good friend with Jelovich, and he's very mischievous. You don't know what he's up to. He's very money driven, and he feeds on all this, and he's always having conversation with Jelovich and looking at the fight and everything, but there's more to it. You know, even myself, I don't know what's going to happen next.
Be Rain, who's played by Chris. Only because what he actually brought to the character. Like when you read the script and you read his character, I feel like what he brought to the character was quite interesting, which is a part of himself. You know, he's quite comical, and I don't think he realises, but he has that side to him, which I think is quite interesting.
The bookie, he's the guy that interacts with all the customers, takes the bets. Basically, he's the hype man. The guy who announces the event and who's going to come up as the next fighter, you know, just gets things rolling, really.
Kind of took Kingsley / Alfie out of his comfort zone to a certain degree, because I wanted to push him to get the best out of it as we could possibly can, and to portray the best moves and the realistic moves so that the viewers can see and not just look up and go, whatever, that's fake. No, we wanted it to feel real, because it kind of was real. Like, there was a point where we was training the Streatham, and then it's mad dark. It's gone through raining, dry, wet. It's just, we've gone through it all. So I think there's loads of times where he'd either we'd be fighting and he'd get caught with a kick or a punt.
We trained for 2 months for Untamed, and at first, obviously, working with the director, he wanted to get me in shape ASAP, and I just thought to myself, okay, yeah, you know, this should be easy, it's fine, but you know, not being physically fit, you know, that basically caught up to me, and most of the time I just found myself being tired all the time. You know, I hated training so much. I hated it. Obviously the director was working on my fitness and obviously keeping me in shape, and while Ashton was obviously choreographing the fight scenes, which were very, very important for the film. So I would say both of them did extremely well to obviously get my mind in focus for the film. And Ashton actually put me through a lot. I had to be traveling all the way from East London to South London to be training with this guy, and obviously he made it worthwhile.
You know, Untamed has been written by a young up-and-coming director. It's got, I'm the oldest guy in it, that's one thing. And you know, the young crew, the young cast is different for me, because normally I'm working with people of all sorts of different age groups. The drive behind the film, the fact that it's all worked and based in East London, the other fact that it's been made with a lot of time from people that are not getting paid for their time, you know, and that's different from what I've done.
Cleo was amazing. I mean, working with her was, you know, it was such a blessing, and I'm very, very grateful to have met Cleo, because the talent she brought on set, I mean, the makeup she put on us, it was just like, it looked too real, in the sense that, you know, you would actually believe that the person got injured that badly.
You get some directors that you have to stick to script, and he allowed me to change things if I wanted to, because for me to understand the character more and portray the character how I saw the character. So that freedom allowed me to do more, and I think when you have that kind of relationship with the director, it's a good one.
This is my second project working with Olan. Olan is just an amazing genius. I call him a magician, because the type of stuff that he brings out is just wow. Like, you know, the lighting, you know, where the camera angle is meant to be, what good camera angle, what good light, you know, all these little things that we the actors, or, you know, other people don't know that are important in a film. He thinks about it.
Every time I hear audio rolling, I knew it was going down, and you can hear the quality when you see the film, how the sound is compressed.
Sound is so important in a way that it tells the story in its own, you know, in its own way. Sound gives the feel, you know. A picture with no sound is no picture. a story with no sound is no story. So if sound is bad, you're not gonna get half of the story.
Yeah, I guess you really have to capture the right elements and moods of the film with the piece of music. It's not just a case of you put any piece of music and that should go with the film, you know. Sometimes there's hardly any music, sometimes it's just a few beats, and that can portray what the director wants, you know. But it can get quite interesting just trying to find the right piece of material for the right part of the scene.
Crew actually worked together, which I think was very important, constantly talking among themselves to make sure that they get the best product, and I think they did.
We just want to get it picked up. We want to get it picked up, made into a feature, maybe even a series. Who knows? But just God, hope and pray that someone picks it up. Somewhere in Hollywood or anywhere around the world, you know, to get some money behind it. Let's push it a little bit further to its depths where it can really, really go. That's what I hope for it. And for the director as well.